today's video is all about what does it take to get a farmer to stay at work for 30 hours. So yes, you look at my face. That's usually the shifts that I've been doing is around 30 hours straight. What do you need? Well, first of all, you need your phone, which is very good because you've got really good coverage out here. Thanks, Telstra. Everyone hates Telstra, but you know, I like them because it's phenomenal. I learned how to do a lot of stuff out on farm. Remember, where I'm often very long way from a lot of people, but you can YouTube so much stuff, and that's what I did to get this whole stuff working in this very complicated tractor. And it was just a dealership in somewhere in America that, you know, did a video only a few days ago that I followed the instructions to. Two people had seen the video, and I was one of them, but it allowed me to see the stuff. So definitely got to have your phone. In fact, I actually have two phones. Yeah, one for my dog business as well. You need a two-way, very, very important, so you can instantly talk to your neighbours, of course, all the people on this farm. It's a 45,000 acre farm, this one, and we all can talk to each other. And also you can talk to your neighbours, because a lot of neighbours are starting to work as well now in the region. Can't see them, because again, there's a fairly large farm where we are, not quite in the middle, but can't see any of the neighbours. Their lights working at night. When you get close to the boundaries, you can. Radio! Yes, ABC local radio cannot do anything without ABC radio. In here, the manuals, and don't actually use the manuals because now I use YouTube. Duct tape. Oh my god, duct tape. When you're planting, duct tape, because it's all about the air seeders. So you need duct tape. Water, lots and lots of water. That water there is actually for the dogs. No dogs in the cab right now. Why no dogs in the cab? Because Jess ate my lunch the other night and it really upset me. I was like, 14 hours, no food. She even ate the salad. Bitch. So no dogs, and they can come in the cab later during the shift. But while I've still got a lot of food around and I'm still feeling casual, no. So, Mum made sandwiches that are gooey. So by the time you actually eat them, they're gooey and they're amazing. I find sandwiches you get from shops gross. They're so dry because for my whole life, I eat sandwiches that are many hours old, many hours old, and they've always got beetroot, they've always got tomato, and they've always got salad in them, and always got meat in them as well. So they're always gooey, and the bread is like a mushy pink colour, and if that's not the case, then that sandwich is gross. So, coffee, lots and lots and lots of coffee. So, 2 thermoses, some biscuits, bananas, tins and tins and tins of tuna. Your headlamp, always very important to have a headlamp. And then there's, I think there's soup in there. Mum's made me some soup. Yes, my mum still looks after me, even though, like, I'm almost 40 years old. My mum's looked after me. This is how you drink your coffee, in glass jars with the lids that go up. I think this is a passata, you know, like an Italian pasta sauce jar. It doesn't actually spill, so you can be driving around when you put it in the thingo and it doesn't spill and make a mess of the cab. But that's how I drink my coffees, like a litre at a time. So yeah. Oh, and hat. Now, thanks to John Deere, I'm a big fan of John Deere at the moment because they've given us this flash tractor to be able to get the crop in. No, they're not paying me to say this. I just think that they're just a really decent company. I used to be really anti-John Deere. I used to be a Steiger bloke, which got bought out by Case, if you know anything about tractors. They were real decent hardcore tractors. John Deere's were like for smaller farmers, but John Deere now just, they're blitzing it. You know, everything's changed in farming. There used to be hundreds and hundreds of different tractor makers. Now there's like 3. They all own each other. Kind of like dog food, really. Now, why is a hat so important? Well, 2 reasons. One, keeps your head screwed on. But the other thing is, it stops all the grease and shit going in your head, because literally there is so much grease and oil on the machine. But also it stops getting your head cut, because you're constantly under that very, very big planter down there. Not constantly, but you are, and you're often tired. You'll move and you can cut yourself very, very badly. So you have to wear a hat. If you don't wear a hat, you will get really bad damage, and often you'll need stitches, but you don't get stitches. Yeah, you won't, but you'll have slices all over your head, and they, you know, if you lived in town, you'd get them stitched. But so that's the reason for the hat. The other thing is long sleeve shirts. Why a long sleeve shirt? Because it actually does get quite sweaty, and you turn your hat around and you use the part of the long sleeve that's curled up, and that gets rid of the sweat from your eyes, because you cannot use your hands, because your hands have always got grease and oil and dirt and, you know, whatever else, diesel, whatever on them, pickling from the grain as well. Remember, you have to pickle the grain, so you can't use fingers on your face at all, and that's why you have to wear a long sleeve shirt with the sleeves pulled up, because that's tickling your face. Very, very important, there's rag and a little sweeper, little broom, because you've got to keep your cab clean, and you need your little rag, because if you're going to take any caps off, pure cleanliness is essential. You can't have dirt and shit getting into any part of your tractor. So if you're taking off any caps anywhere, you've got to clean it. So rag and towel. So yeah, the only thing, and your charger. Yeah, definitely need your charger. But the only other thing is your dog. Now I've got 3 dogs. They're all on the back of the ute over there. And they come in shifts with me, so they'll come and do a couple of hours each, and they love it. And they, you know, I swap them over. I say come, and then the other one runs back to the ute, and the other one comes in, and they do little shifts, and they're all very, very happy. And other than that, that is what you need to be able to run a 620 horsepower quad track and an 80-foot planter. Quite involved, really.
So every 8 hours or so, you've got to fill up the seed bin, and you do that with a header, which is this very old New Holland header, which used to be very new and very flash back when I was a kid. It used to be very exciting to be able to drive the new header. Now it's just a seed box. We put the seed in here. You might notice that it's red. No, it's not sorghum. It's pickled grain. So you pickle it so that it doesn't get affected by diseases and pests when you plant it in the ground. Kind of like, you know, giving a baby vaccines and inoculations, that sort of thing. So we put it in the header. That's with a truck down there and an auger. Fill it in here. We put in about 5.5 tons in the header. It's got some hungry boards on it, which adds a bit more in. Then we fill up the first bin, which is 3 tons. And then of course you've got to fill up the second back bin. The good thing about having such huge, big machinery is that you don't have so much downtime. Like, that is one of the biggest killers in agriculture, is your downtime. Like your labour, when the wheels aren't turning, you're literally not doing what you should be doing. The wheels have got to be turning. So the more often you can be driving that tractor and planting, the better. So that's why, you know, we've gone to this much bigger farming, less humans. However, it's still integral to have humans. As you would have seen in one of my other videos about the humans still needing to be in the tractor to be able to manage all the different, I suppose, robotized or robotic-sized bits. And then, you know, if this was all done by robots, you would have noticed that it would have knocked the thing over and the robot wouldn't have been able to fix it. So now I've got to race over there and open up the bin door to get the grain in the back bin. I should concentrate more on my work and less on YouTube.
Well, I finally made it. Couple of weeks now, all about making sure that this guy here has the best start in life that you can imagine. So just got off another 25 hour shift on the tractor, but it's only twice a year that farmers really need to, well, in our region anyway, farmers that need to do these huge big hours. Doesn't kill you, you know, it's just hard, and I whinge a lot. But yeah, last 2 weeks working around the clock, all to make sure that this little guy, and this is something that we planted about 10 days ago, has the best start in life imaginable. And there's your stubble, that's what's say on the top here, and here's all my offsiders that, you know, Matilda and all the other hoorangers that are running around out the back there, Bella and Melly.
They've been taking it in shifts to keep me company and hear all my argumentative conversations. But she's not having me lay down here and be boring, so I better muck around with these guys, then I'm going to get a very, very good sleep in. So to be able to do the job on our farm where we've got to move a lot of kilometres, do a job with the forklift, as you can see here moving this tree around to a pile of trees over here, and we use European tractors. So this is a Deutz. The reason we love Deutz is because, well, in France, Germany, Europe, where they come from, people don't live on their farms. They live in villages and travel out to their farms. Therefore, they need high movability. So they've got all different ranges, so they can actually go very, very, very fast. So being very fast, very important on a farm like ours. Whereas your older Australian, your American, your Canadian machines, they're not real fast to get around. But on a big farm like ours, we need to be able to speedily get from one place, do the job to the next place. The other thing is color-coded sticks. So your hydraulics are a different color to your other shifts. So your orange is really to do with your speed and your gears, which is handy if you've got backpackers that are helping out doing the job. Flash radio, it's even got Bluetooth, and look at this, it's got a skylight, which is handy if you are doing stuff and you need to actually see up there. So if you're doing stuff up high, you've got to be able to see. The other thing is you've got the windows all come out, so you can physically talk to someone who is just there, which is really easy. Communication, absolutely essential, especially if you're using backpacker staff and staff that don't really know what they're doing, haven't been on a farm, and that's quite common in Europe. They'll get woofers and stuff out, which is people that willingly work on organic farms. Anyway, I'm at my pile, so I better go.